The sun draped golden rays over the cul-de-sac, painting the tidy lawns and fluttering mailbox flags in a warm, nostalgic glow. Kids' chalk drawings, smudged by morning dew, decorated the sidewalks, and the air carried the faint buzz of sprinklers. It was a Saturday straight out of a postcard, safe, serene, the kind of day where the biggest worry was a dog chasing a squirrel. But that peace was shattered in an instant. 8-year-old Timmy zoomed down his driveway on a shiny green scooter, its frame plastered with stickers, roaring tigers, Cape heroes, spaceships soaring through neon galaxies. Each one held a story Timmy could narrate for hours, his crooked blue helmet bouncing as he laughed, a sound that made neighbors peek from their porches with fond smiles. Nearby, Grandpa Frank, a grizzled 70-year-old veteran, clipped hedges with shears older than Timmy's dad, Mike. Frank's hands, scarred from disarming jungle traps decades ago, moved with surgical precision. His low, tuneless hum, a mix of March and him, drifted through the air, a mystery no one could decode. Mike sipped coffee on the porch, savoring the moment's calm. Then, a screech tore through the morning. Tires bit asphalt, and Timmy's scooter skidded to a halt. Frank's shears froze. A dented black SUV lurched to a stop across the street, its cracked headlight and loose plates screaming trouble. 2 men stepped out. The first, a wiry, twitchy guy nicknamed Rat, later wore a cheap polo with HOA Patrol stitched crookedly. His mirrored sunglasses reflected the street in warped fragments. The second, Tank, was a hulking brute, his polo straining over a scarred neck and boulder-like arms. No badges, no radios, just swagger and menace. Frank shifted subtly, feet widening, shears lowered but ready. Timmy, confused, inched back toward the porch. The men ignored him, their eyes scanning the property like predators. Neighbors peeked from windows, phones emerging. Rat strutted up the driveway, Tank looming behind, their SUV idling like a growl. "Violation!" Rat barked, pointing at Timmy's scooter like it was a crime scene. Timmy flinched, gripping his handlebars. "It's not motorized," he mumbled, voice trembling. Rat sneered, stepping closer. Tank lunged, kicking the scooter with a brutal thud. It spun, crashing, stickers torn, as Timmy fell, scraping his knee bloody. Mike's coffee mug hit the porch rail. Fury surged, but he froze, knowing Frank's look, cold, focused, the same glare that once ended a drunken neighbor's rampage. Frank rose, setting the shears down with eerie calm. The air thickened, birds fell silent. Rat, smug, taunted, "Got a problem, old man?" Frank's steel-gray eyes locked on, unblinking. Tank flexed, itching for a fight. They saw an old man in flannel. They didn't see the soldier who'd dismantled cartels blindfolded. Timmy, clutching his knee, looked to Frank, fear mixing with trust. Frank spoke, voice low, lethal. "Pick up that scooter." It wasn't a request. Timmy crawled to his battered ride, blood smearing the pavement. Rat scoffed. "Stay out, Grandpa." HOA business. Frank stepped forward, silent, closing the gap. He stopped inches from Rat, body coiled, hand twitching toward a rusty garden hoe by the flower bed. Tank spat at Frank's feet, a bully's taunt. The crowd held its breath. Then chaos. Frank moved, a blur of honed instinct. The hoe flashed, sweeping low. Tank's legs buckled, his massive frame crashing with a sickening crunch, head bouncing off the concrete. Gasps erupted. A mug shattered across the street. Phones recorded, trembling. Rat yelped. "You're assaulting an officer!" Frank's voice cut through. "I'm defending my grandson." Rat fumbled for a toy radio, static his only reply. Tank groaned, clutching his side. Frank stepped forward, hoe in hand, and Rat bolted for the SUV. Frank's reflexes defied age. He hooked the hoe around Rat's ankles, yanking him down with a grunt. Frank planted the hoe like a flag. "Stay down," he said. Rat curled up, whimpering. Sirens wailed, closing in. Neighbors emerged, burghers forming a silent wall behind Frank. Sheriff cruisers screeched in, deputies leaping out. Frank dropped Rat at their feet. "You're late," he said dryly. Rat was cuffed, Tank, concussed, was stretchered. Fake badges and citations filled the SUV, proof of fraud and extortion. Charges piled up: assault, conspiracy, impersonation. The video hit the neighborhood watch group, then exploded online. "Grandpa crushes fake HOA thugs" trended. News vans swarmed. Frank, under his oak tree, said, "You don't hurt my family." Clips went national, hashtags like #FamilyStrong soaring. Memes flooded X Frank on action posters. "Call Grandpa!" T-shirts sold out. Timmy got a sleek orange scooter from a fundraiser, his scar a badge. A plaque appeared. "Here, a man with a hoe stood taller than any badge." The imposters faced years in prison. Tank limped for life. Rat's world collapsed. The street changed, curtains twitched, phones ready. Frank resumed hedge clipping, but his hum now felt like an anthem. Timmy rode proudly, safe under Frank's watchful eye. What do you think? Was Frank's reaction justified, or did he go too far? Share your thoughts below and tell us how far you'd go to protect your family. Like, subscribe, and join the debate.